In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect and use one more PN532 based board. I call it as a white board because it is white. So this board I bought almost 2 years ago, and this is how the board looks like. They are much bigger than the other two boards you have seen, and it looks pretty clean and very spacious, I would say. So what you can see here is on the right side is where we are going to use all the connections for SPI and I2C are on the right side, and it has got a FTDI connection as well, which I myself have not tried, but probably I'm going to try this in the future. The most important thing is the switches. So the switch setting is also similar to other boards. So you have to say, and these are the switches. The switches are here. This SL0 switch, and next is the SL1 switch. So in order to connect in SPI mode, you must have the SL0 set to off and SL1 set to on. So as you can see here, this board comes with a jumper, as you can see on the top. So you just have to place the jumper on the left side if you want to make the switch on, or you're going to connect it on the right two pins if you're going to make it off. So the jumper connections are pretty straightforward. Say if you think the switches are like these three dots. In order to make it on, you're going to place this jumper over these two. This is on, and if you want to make it off, you're going to place this jumper over these two. So this is off. So otherwise, the connection is very similar to what we had done before. And likewise, if you want to connect to the I2C, you have to make SL0 as on and SL1 as off. So first I'm going to show you the connection for both SPI and I2C. Then I'm going to demonstrate whether this connection works or not. So this is how you'll end up connecting with the SPI, and I have used the UNO board here. So it's very straightforward. You just have to match the 5 volts to the 5 volts here. This is the UNO board, and again this board I bought 3 to 4 years ago, the UNO board. So 5 volts you connect to 5 volts here, and the ground connect to the ground here. There are two grounds, you can connect to either one. And we know that for SPI connection we need to find out the pin that's used for MOSI, the MISO, and SCK, and the chip select. And for chip select, we always use pin number 10. So that's what I've done here. If you look at the pin number 10, the pin number 10 goes to the blue one here. It says S select, or okay, this is a pin number 10. And next one, the pin number 11 goes to the MOSI, and pin number 12 goes to MISO, and the pin number 13 goes to SCK. If you look in internet, you can find a PDF of all these UNO pin diagrams. That's really useful to make the connections. And as you can also see here, the jumper setting. So I have got look at this CL0. So this is set to off because we are following this line here, and SL1 is set to on. So this is the SPI connection using UNO. So next I have got one more SPA connection, but this time I'm using this ICSP, which is on this side. So again, it depends, you don't have to use this. However, keep in mind, in UNO boards and in most Arduino boards, the SPA pins, that's MISO, MOSI, sorry. So you have to keep in mind that all these SPA connections are available on the bank of 6 pins as well. Otherwise, the connection is the same. You just have to see that, again, I have done the connection right here, but it's also worth looking at the documentation. The 5 volts is available on this side. Okay, this is a 5 volts. Okay, the next is the ground is available here. The middle pin here on the right side, the middle pin, so that's your MOSI. So similar on this side, the top pin is your SCK. Sorry, the top pin is the MOSI. Sorry, MISO, MISO. Sorry, the middle pin is your SCK, and this pin is not connected. Even here, I'm using the pin number 10 as the chip select. The next is connection using I2C, and here the first thing to notice here is the jumper setting. So I've got the jumper setting set to SCL0 set to on. So as you can see here, I've connected the first 2 pins, and SCL1 connected to off. And for I2C we need the SDA and SCL. So we have done this in a nano board. It's the same connection. You just have to look for the A4 and A5. The A5 is the SCL and A4 is the STA, and the library we are using requires additional connection for the interrupt, the IRQ line, which we have been using in all these videos, connected to pin number 2. And we need to power this board, so that's the reason why you need a 5 volts and the ground. And otherwise it's very straightforward wiring. So now I'm going to show you the working of these 3 types of connections. So first I'm going to make a connection using SPI and without using this ICSP. So in the video you can see my connection, as well as I have made changes to the chip select pin, which is 10, and as we did in our previous videos, we need this line uncommented because we are using all these predefined SPA connections. So I'm going to compile, and also you have to make sure that we have the jumpers right as well. We need the SCL0 off and SCL1 is on, and I'm going to upload. And we're going to see what's going to happen in the output window. Okay, I still don't know why you're getting 2 hellos. However, so as we have seen this so many times, as soon as you see this message firmware version 1.6, this indicates our connection is correct. So I'm going to quickly show scan through all these tags. This is 1K, it's working all right. This is MIFI 4K. This is the ultralight, and this one is ultralight C. So ultralight C works with this card without any problem, and we're going to see the ultralight C, which is on the paper. This works as well. I have got ultralight EV1, is fine. I got NTAG 213, it's fine. NTAG 212, it's fine. And you got 203, works, and 216 works, and the desk file works as well. And finally I'm going to show you the key fob. Okay, now so looks like it's working all right. Next, let me see what is going to happen if our jumper connection is wrong. So I'm going to pause for a while, and I'm going to set the jumper connection to the IC2 and see what happens when we run this with this SPI program. What I just did is change the jumper connection to the IC2. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to open again. Keep in mind, whenever you open this output window, a reset message is sent to the Arduino board that will reset even the PN532. As you can see here, you get the message called timeout and also something called didn't find PN532 board. So if you come across this message, so the first thing probably you have to do is check the jumper setting. And I have come across one more problem, so many times. Sometimes the connecting wire will be defective, so you just have to make sure you got enough extra wires. Next, I'm going to show you how to make the SPA connection using the ICSP pins. So it may be helpful to you if you look in internet and get some nice documentation on these pinouts. Okay, now make sure you chain these jumpers back to SPI and also connect this the ground line and the VCC right. If you go to Google and type in Arduino UNO pin diagrams and click on the images, okay, you see there's so many diagrams here that probably can help you see what this ICSP and where this MOSI and MISO and other pins are. So you can see I've already made this connection. The only thing you need here is you have to use the female to female connecting wires, because the ICSP are males as well as the pinouts coming out of this PN532 are also male. Okay, so otherwise it's just straightforward. So I don't have to change the program, and if you remember, we already have the program for SPI. So I'll just go to the output window and you can see that okay, we are able to see this version 1.6. I'm not going to go through all the tags again, just I'm going to try say just one, say desk fire, that's it. So we know that now the SPI connection on ICSP pins works as well. Next I'm going to show you how to use the I2C connections using UNO, and make sure you got this jumpers right with the select 0 is on and select 1 is off, and we have used the SDA and SCL connecting to pin number A4 and A5. For all the newer version of Arduino board, this A4 and A5 or the SCL and STA are also available in these two pins. You can look in internet and now you can just confirm this. I think this is available only with the version 3 boards. So as the library requires pin number 2, we have connected here as well. So let's go and make some changes to our Arduino program and see everything works fine. I have already made the changes here, so I just had to comment out the SPI connection line to the I2C and everything is fine. I just had to compile and upload. So when you run, I can see this message, so that means everything's working all right. Probably you can can try some cards here, they all work fine. Arduino, sorry, the ultralight, 213, the desk fire, 216 ultralight. So everything works all right. You will see. Okay, so I think what we saw in this video is we made connection to this big whiteboard, and we have seen SPI and SPA with ICP and the I2C connection, and we saw that all these three type of connection works fine.